What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Eastpoint Students Podcast. And today we're going to take a little bit of a break from the deep conversations, and we're just going to kind of talk about some of the things that we're doing to stay sane, how we're dealing with the quarantine in different ways. So I'm Adam, and this is...
Hey guys, I'm Taylor.
Taylor, what are you drinking today?
I've got myself a fresh cup of coffee with some half and half. What about you, Adam?
Well, hold on. When you started pulling that towards you, it was like really big and blown out, like white. But I couldn't see the silver part, so it looked like it was a carton of milk.
Maybe it is.
It's not. I can see now. The cartons aren't circular. They could be. I don't know why they're not.
Be.
I'm drinking some homemade cold brew that I made in my home.
Delicious. It looks green because of the cup.
Well, yeah. But if you could tell, it's a blue mason jar. So it's not. It's cream colored because I put in my French vanilla creamer.
Yum.
Yep. What you doing to stay sane?
Well, a lot of things. Now, to be honest, the past week was a tough week for me to although I did a lot of really fun things, like mentally, it was just a tough week to stay super joyful, which is just, I think, part of this time. Like, it's just not going to be super great all the time, just like life. It's not going to be super fun and super enjoyable all the time, although we can find joy throughout the time. But I've been doing a lot of things, and I think the most important thing for me has been staying and getting outside. So doing a lot of yard work, going on walks, and exercising is a huge thing for me that I haven't been consistently doing, but when I do go for runs and I do work out, it makes a huge difference just in my entire day, in my energy levels. And so those have been two really important things for me, exercising and getting outside. What about you?
Nice. Well, yeah, I can definitely tell that I've been kind of lazy and not exercising, because yesterday I went on a walk around Back Bay, and either I'm old or I'm not exercising very much, one of those two. But my knee is killing me. We got halfway around Back Bay, and all of a sudden, my knee is on fire. So I don't know if I'm turning into my dad or what's going on. But yeah, other than that, not doing a whole lot, playing a lot of Fortnite. Well, no. I'm not really playing a lot of Fortnite because, okay, so in case you don't know what the purpose of the game is, you get put into this game with 99 other people around the world, not really, around the eastern United States, and then you get in this bus that flies over this island. And at any point, you choose when to drop out and skydive to a different part of the map. And then you have nothing. You have to find guns or whatever. And then the goal is to be the last one alive, right? To be the last one of the 100 to survive. So that means, unless you're really good, you're probably not going to win, right? And especially for me, as a old guy compared to most of the people probably that are playing this game, I'm terrible. So that means that I die very quickly. And when I die, then I get really frustrated and I turn off my Xbox. So it seems like I'm playing a lot because I go back to it a lot of times, but really I'm only playing for 5 minutes at a time because I go on, I die, I get frustrated, and I turn it off. That was a long story for not much. Playing a lot of guitar. It helps that I have it right on the guitar stand right next to my couch. So It's easily accessible. Just watching YouTube. I guess trying to learn different things with YouTube. I feel like YouTube's recommended videos are pretty good at knowing me, and I get into these rabbit holes of like these random things that I didn't even know I was interested in, but YouTube somehow knows. So a lot of coffee. I just actually ran out of my espresso, so that's sad.
Oh no.
I know. What am I going to do?
That's really scary.
It is, and I have 1 K-cup left.
If you need emergency coffee drop off, there is Starbucks. Will they deliver?
I thought you were gonna offer.
Well, I was going to, but then I was like, I don't have extra coffee either.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's just Starbucks. We could always do Starbucks.
Yeah, or Coffee by Design.
Are they open?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Just went through yesterday. Got a nice mocha latte. It's great.
Forage Market's also open.
Oh, I love Forage.
Yeah.
If somehow you found this podcast and you're not a part of our youth group, you got to come to Maine, come to Portland, and go to Forage because it's epic. You can buy flowers, and you can get coffee, and you can get a croissant. Sorry, it's a difference. Crescents are Pillsbury. Anyways,
back to the topic.
Back to you, Taylor.
Well, I don't know about you, but I definitely, this is kind of something that we touched upon in meeting earlier, but so Adam and I are in the internship program here at Eastpoint. And if you guys are at all interested in interning, I would highly recommend doing an internship with Eastpoint. It's
absolutely
grown each of us and the other intern, Jake, just so much in our skills, but mostly just personally, and grown us in our relationship with God. I think you would agree with that, probably, Adam.
Oh yeah, and my people skills, because we all know I was lacking in those.
But so we're reading through a book together, and we were just kind of talking through some different things, and there's so many different things that we can be doing right now, and I've been looking at this time period as a time to like learn and like grind and like read and just like go through sermons and listen to different podcasts and read different books. And it kind of turned into this like time on overdrive, like doing too much and trying to read too much and accomplish too many tasks. So if you guys relate to that at all, where you feel like you might be in overdrive with school, or you might be on overdrive with trying to connect with people online, it can be a good reminder, like this is also a time where we can take a step back and just rest and go to the feet of Jesus and really just be in his presence and have him remind us who we are. So I think it can be a balance of both things, because that can be really positive. You don't just want to sit all day and do nothing. Like reading books and listening to sermons is awesome. But also there comes this time where sometimes just getting out of your house and going for a walk and just talking to God for an hour is exactly what you need. So yeah, I don't know about you, but I've definitely been trying to just finding a balance in that, and knowing when to rest and knowing when to kind of plug into those different resources. But I don't know. And then I also just personally find a lot of enjoyment in community. So just trying to connect with my roommates and connect with the people I love virtually, although it's not the same. We can still do it, thankfully. So that's also been important.
Yeah, definitely for me too, as somebody who likes to be with other people all the time. That's definitely been something that's challenging. But yeah, it's crazy how much just hanging out for an hour and a half with somebody will do in this time. Just like yesterday, going on a walk with Jake was like, we didn't even talk about anything like of substance really, besides some future plans maybe. But other than that, it's just nice to remember that other humans still exist and they're not just screens in Zoom meetings.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I know it's really, I went on a walk with one of my friends in her neighborhood, and I just like felt like alive afterwards. I just love that connection with people. And I think one thing that I love adventures, and I love experiencing new things and traveling and all of that stuff. So I think also finding ways to experience new things during this time is also so important. Like my roommate and I are learning how to garden, and we're like putting together a whole garden plan. And that's new and exciting. And it's like, it's making me feel adventurous and all of those different things, because I miss that, I miss like going out and traveling and trying new things like that. So that's something that you guys can do too, is just maybe try a new hobby or drive someplace new, as long as it's safe and you're in your car. I don't know if it's going and getting a Starbucks and coming back home, but yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I definitely just drive to Starbucks just to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I spend money just to do something. But this is definitely a time to learn something. Like, you got all the time in the world to practice. You can get a pretty inexpensive guitar, like as an example. You have so much time to just learn something. So it kind of goes by fast. Like, if you just don't do anything with this time, like it's already been like a month or something, right? And like, maybe during it doesn't seem like it's going fast, but it kind of is. And so we're going to get to the end of it, and if we're going to be like, oh man, I wish I did this and I wish I did that. Kind of like how I feel about high school in a way. I don't know if you feel this. Like, I feel like I wasted all this time in high school that I could have been, I don't know, just doing a bunch of different things. And it feels like it went by wicked fast. And in a moment, obviously it didn't. I feel like that's going to be the same for this when it's all over. And be like, man, I had all this time at home doing literally nothing. I could have read so many books. I could have, mastered guitar, or I could have gotten good at Fortnite or whatever. That'll never happen for me. But yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. It's like that Craig Rochelle podcast that we listened to, where he talks about, I think it's important just like establishing routine and taking on small tasks at a time. Like, we can say, oh, I'm going to learn how to play a new song on the guitar. And then a month later, you're like, I haven't learned a single thing. I don't know where to start. So just take it day by day, guys, and make one small goal or task for each day. And it might be just like, I don't know, learning a new chord or something, do something small. And then over the next month, you'll find that it probably made a big difference, those small things over time. So, because it can be overwhelming sometimes to just look at it. But you're so right. I bet I'm going to get to the end of the next month and be like, man, I wish I had done more, almost,
Yeah.
So true. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we've run out of things to talk about.
That's it, guys.
Well, just thank you guys for watching. This is only our third episode, so we're kind of getting the hang of talking. And I think it's even harder because we can't even be in the same room. Mm-hmm. But thank you for listening and for commenting and for liking. And we're excited for where this could go, especially once we can be in an actual location together. Like, I feel like that'll be a lot easier, not just for us to talk, but also to listen to on your side. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, for listening wherever you are, and we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.